Today's guests have an added new member to the family, but can they afford the unexpected that goes along with it? Welcome to the show, Byron and Annan. Annan, who do we have here?
This is my dog, Farley.
And why did you want to get a dog?
I thought it would be cool to have another family member in the house and stuff like that.
Is it a lot of work?
Yes.
What do you have to do for work?
Well, once in a while I have to pick up dog poo when we... Yeah.
And do you really do that?
Once in a while, yeah. Not often.
Now, does mom and dad have to twist your arm and nag at you to do it?
Yes.
What else do you have to do?
Well, when we go out and we come back home, my dog has this little room, and I have to go downstairs and get him out.
Well, that's not so bad. Do you take him for walks?
Yes, sometimes, yeah.
And Byron, how have you enjoyed having a dog, and why did you get a dog?
Well, we got a dog. I kind of ran out of excuses for not having a dog. A year and a half ago, we bought a house that has a fenced-in yard, and the boys really wanted another family member, so we went ahead and got a dog.
Because now you know no more excuses. You've
no
got a
more
house,
excuses.
fenced-in yard.
Yeah, it's a perfect yard. He goes outside and just sits out on the grass and relaxes all day. So it's perfect.
Now, who else is part of the family?
I have my mom and my little brother, Kellen.
And who does the most work when it comes to the dog in the house?
Be honest.
My dad.
Okay, it always falls on poor dad, hey? Byron, was it a lot more work than you thought?
To be honest, Farley is a very well-behaved dog, so
I think he's having a nap.
I think he is. He's sort of, yes. So, yes and no. You just have to be a little more organized in your day. You just have to plan your day. You have to get up in the morning, make sure he's run. The boys help out with feeding and making sure his water bowl is full with water. And other than that, just being organized.
Make sure you get your exercise in too.
Exactly.
A forced fitness program?
He does. He does. He gets me running around the block at 6 o'clock every morning now. So.
How did you decide on a breed?
What the boys wanted something. What was your brother and you really wanted something that you could cuddle with? That was the main criteria for them.
Yes.
In the past, I've had small dogs.
Yep.
And I wanted something that was a little bit bigger that I could take fishing on the Cowichan River and didn't have to worry about an eagle or a cougar coming out and taking him away.
This is a big dog.
Yes.
Is he bigger than you thought?
Yes.
Yes.
And did he meet your needs of being cuddly?
Yes.
Really?
Sneaks up on your bed, doesn't he?
How do you fit both you and your dog on your bed?
It's a big bed.
Now, is there anything that worries you about having a dog?
Well, if he ever eats a sock and...
That would be bad.
He does eat socks.
Yes, he does.
Ew.
He likes to sneak in your room.
So he eats a whole sock?
Yeah.
Then what happens?
He pukes it up.
Oh, so it comes back out again.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
Do you have a funny story about Farley you'd like to share?
Well, one day, me and my grandpa went to go see a movie at the movie theater, Zootopia, and we were driving back home, and we looked up at the window, and my dog was super up high because the windows are up high, and I could see my dog's face, so we went in, and he was standing on our desk.
Oh my gosh, he climbed all the way up on top of your desk to look out the window?
Yeah.
Was he waiting for you to come home?
Yep.
He was standing on the laptop and the printer, wasn't he?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Anything get wrecked?
Well, we had a huge puzzle on me.
Yes, puzzle was done. Yeah.
Farley.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, got him excited now. Byron, what's your big question for me today?
Well, pet insurance. With his socks and being such a big dog, I'm worried about something happening. I've heard some horror stories through family and friends of emergencies and
it costs a lot of money.
Yes.
So you want to be prepared for that.
Yes, I do.
Well, we'll talk about that in just a minute. Don't go away. Find out if pet insurance is worth the money after the break.
The Wealthy Life is brought to you by investment dealer Raymond James. Life well planned. See what a Raymond James advisor can do for you.
Welcome back. We're here to help Byron decide if pet insurance is worth the expense for his beautiful dog, Farley. Annan, you don't want to see anything happen to Farley, do you?
No.
No, so it's always a concern. Byron, have you heard of some crazy stories you mentioned earlier? What does it cost people?
Well, my mother-in-law and father-in-law had a little emergency at Christmas time. Their cat had taken something off of the tree. I think it was tinsel or something. I can't remember what it was that they had to go in and take out.
So the cat ate it, swallowed
yes,
it?
And wasn't passing it either way. So
didn't puke it up like Farley would.
Right.
Okay.
Like Farley's trained to do that. So, yeah. So between, I don't know the exact number, but I've heard $2,000 up to $4,000 to have emergency surgeries like that. So,
yeah, and you're bang on right.
Yeah.
Before you bought a dog, did you look into the costs involved of having a dog, or did you just say, we'll just figure it out as we go?
To be honest with you, I thought we'll sort of, I had a ballpark what dog food would cost, and you know, having them fixed, those sort of things. But again, we didn't expect Farley to be as big as he is.
And eat as much?
Didn't eat as much, so that was a bit of a surprise. Yes.
I think a lot of people don't realize how expensive it is to have a pet, and they look first at the cost to even buy a pet,
right,
and spend so much time worrying about that and trying to get a good deal on buying the pet. That really, over time, is the cheapest part.
Yes.
When you think about the food and the medical bills and all of that comes over time,
yeah,
the cost to buy isn't as big of a deal.
Not at all.
That being said, what price range were you looking at?
Well, we sort of had, was either going to be just a Labrador, or we were thinking about a Labradoodle. We were thinking because they're supposed to be hypoallergenic. Farley sheds like there's no tomorrow, so that didn't work out.
So that was a nasty surprise.
Yeah, so in labs, you know, they can go from $500 up to $900 depending on the breeder. And Labradoodles, they can run from $800. There are some breeders in Vancouver that are selling them for $3,000.
So it's all over the map.
It's all over the map. We got a really good deal on Farley. It wasn't a legitimate breeder. He was a bit of an accident between two neighbor dogs, and here we go. So we got a bit of a deal.
And he's a lovely dog.
He is a good boy.
Have you looked into pet insurance and the cost of pet insurance yet?
I have looked into it, and
what's it going to cost you a month?
About $56 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's usually a deductible that goes with that. Do you remember what that was?
I think it was $200, $250. Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, $56 a month, that's $672 a year for peace of mind is probably worth it. We just talked about a story where a surgery could cost $2,000 to $4,000. And knowing that Annan, your dog Farley, likes to eat socks, what if he can't puke it up again and you have to take him in for surgery? It's definitely worth looking at.
Yeah.
There's some things that pet insurance covers and there's things that it doesn't cover. So when you're looking at pet insurance, you want to ask, you want to read the fine print so you're not faced with any surprises. It won't include things like getting neutered, regular shots, regular checkups. It's only covering emergency or sudden illnesses and things like that, which I think is okay because it sounds like you've already factored in all the basic costs anyways. You know, if the dog lives for an average of 12 years, say, which is the average life for a big dog, your total cost of insurance is going to be about $8,000. Your other option is to take that $56 a month and invest it, and over 12 years at 5% per year, it may grow to $11,000, which would create a buffer. But what if surgery happens in year 2 and boom, you're hit with a $4,000 bill? To me, I think it's better to just have the peace of mind and get the insurance, and then you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
And then you don't need to be disciplined to save either.
Exactly.
Well, Annan, thank you so much for being on the show, and Byron, and for bringing Farley. What a great dog.
Thanks.
Thanks.
And stay tuned. Find out the top travel saving tips so you can go on that dream vacation without breaking the bank.